This is my iPhone 12 Pro, and as you well know, this is currently the best phone available on the market today. At least it was, until this showed up. That's right, this is my new iPhone 16 Pro, and I've finally decided to jump from the 12 to the 16. 4 years of loyal service. Literally every single day this phone has been on and working. I genuinely can't think of a point in time where it's not been switched on and used every day for the last 4 years. Even on long haul travel, this would have been on and connected to the onboard Wi-Fi as a minimum. So, is this now redundant? I guess it's time to get this thing out of the box. Okay, so here we go, out of the box. I'll do some close-ups for you so you can have a look around it. Today's video is all about first impressions and initial usage. Now, I've actually been using this for the past 3 days now because I wanted to get a feel for it before I jumped in and recorded my thoughts. Because straight out of the box it was like, wow, this is amazing. But can it actually do the things that I want it to do? And how much of an improvement is it really over what I was using, the 12 Pro? The camera and video functionalities on here are obviously a huge jump up over what I've been used to. So I'm going to put up on screen now, I want to do a little comparison between the front facing and rear facing camera. Now I reckon I can see a difference when I do these side by side, but let me know in the comments below which one you think is which, and then at the end of the video I'll tell you which one it actually is. And the reason for doing that is because if out and about and you want to be subtle when creating content, making your videos, whatever it is, sometimes pointing a camera at your face and walking and talking, you can feel a little bit self-conscious with that. But if this front-facing camera is way better than it was, to the point where maybe you prefer it or you can't really see a difference, in those situations when you just want to be a little bit subtle but still capture some good quality stuff that you can use, is that front-facing camera the one to go for? Now obviously, the rear-facing ones, they're the ones to use for most of the time. But like I say, just that subtle. I'm now talking to you, this is the front-facing camera. So is it better, worse, the same? Like, is it perfectly serviceable? Obviously, if I look over to the screen and then back to the camera, you can see that difference. So front-facing camera. A bit more with camera comparison, a little bit of audio this time as well. Like I said, let me know in the comments below which one you think this is and which one is better. Is this the front? Is this the back? Or is this the front or the back? I mean, we don't know. Which one's better? And this weather is awful. England. So side by side, the 12 and the 16. The 16 feels bigger because it is ever so slightly. The edges are rounded so they're more comfortable to hold. It's got USB-C. Oh man, have I been waiting for that. Now I just need to take one cable to charge anything and everything. Watch, phone, MacBook, camera that we're using now. It's like just one cable rather than multiples. Brilliant. It feels comfortable to hold. It's weighty enough that you know you're holding something substantial, but not too weighty that it's too much. And you can tell it's quality materials, which should be. One thing that jumped out to me straight away though is the camera bump. I don't know if you can see that. If you don't have a version 15 or similar iPhone, then this camera bump, it's quite a lot larger than what I was used to. Here it is on the 12. Yeah, you can't really see that, sorry about that, but take my word for it. On the 12, much, much smaller. And that stood out to me a little bit, to the point where, and I'll do a close-up on this, when I lay it down flat on the floor, it sits on that camera bump and it tips up. But that also meant something else as well. When I went to charge it for the first time, I've got a wireless charger next to the bed. I placed it on there and it didn't sit properly. It was still charging, but it didn't sit on it properly. Let me show you. So there, as you can see, you place the phone down on top of it, and while it will charge, it doesn't sit flush. And when I place it down, I just need to be careful that I've got it lined up to get it to charge. So this current charger I think I got when I had my iPhone 10, and there was no magnets in the back, so MagSafe wasn't a thing. So you just put it down and off it went. This time though, with the 16, I got to line this thing up to make sure it sits properly and charges. And then I thought, you know what, why am I going through this hassle? Quick pop on the Apple website, the new charger's much smaller, obviously designed to work with this sort of product. Same thing, I don't really trust myself. I'm probably going to drop this at some point, and I don't want to damage it just yet. So I've invested in one of these silicone cases just to keep it comfy for a little bit. Camera update. This is the front. Option 1 was the front facing camera. So moving it around, and the audio as well. Any good? Did you think it was this one? Or did you think it was this one? Camera on the back. I mean, there is a difference. If you look in the clips earlier on where I was standing outside when I was using this camera, the rear facing one, you could see the raindrops falling, whereas with the front facing you can't. Also with this camera we have, what's it called? Depth of field of it's a bit blurrier back there if you look at the guitars, whereas with the front facing one, don't seem to be able to get that. But for straight up vlogging, when you're wanting subtleness, does that matter? And how's the audio? Let me know below. So like I said, I'm just a couple of days in now, and I just wanted to get some initial thoughts out there on whether it's worthwhile me upgrading. Is it better than the 12? Well, it's obviously better than the 12, but is it the best iPhone on the market today? Well, so far, I believe it is, but time will tell. So initial thoughts done. Gonna give it a few more days. I want to get in the gym and be able to use it properly in there. Then I'm just going to put together a full review of real life usage, right? Not staged, not faked, not paid for, anything like that. Just some middle-aged dude using tech in the real world to make life a bit easier. So if you found this video useful, you got something from it, you've enjoyed it, please consider giving it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on some upcoming travel with tech videos that we've got coming up. We're off traveling around. I'm going to be using this a lot. I'm going to be using this a lot, and the camera that you're watching this on now, the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, that's going to get hammered a lot. Got an experiment to do with my MacBook as well. Can it handle it? Well, I guess we'll find out. Subscribe, you'll be able to find out as well. As ever, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon in the next one.